Welcome to the 10th edition of Danger Dave's Big Bastard Quiz. Now, hopefully you're ready for the 10th anniversary spectacular. For my drink this week, I have decided to go with a lovely half-drunk bottle of petrol station Prosecco. I'm not nursing a hangover in the slightest, I might add. And he says. And it wasn't like I was drinking this last night until 2 hours. So we shall have a poured glass of Prosecco just there. I'll pop the bottle away. As you know, if you've played before, you should know that every time this goes off, we all raise our glasses to each other and to me for doing an amazing quiz for you. And we have a little drink. Yeah. Yes. Delicious. So, before we get started, there is still raffle tickets left. There is a link in the comments section of this video. Do click it. Some people have had a bit of a trouble with purchasing tickets, but fear not. Get someone else to do it, or you can always give me a tenner on the street. You probably won't win, but it'll be doing me a favour. On a more serious note, we have the rules. Now, the rules are that there are no rules. Rule number 2, don't be a dick and put any answers in the comments. This is for fun. Similarly, don't be cheating at home on your phone. You're only cheating yourself. It is just for fun. If you have got more than one player in your household that you're playing with, or if you're doing a Zoom quiz with your chums, obviously you can mark your own sheet. But if you want to swap them over, you may do as well, because it's all part of the fun, isn't it? What else have we got to do for you? Yes, this week's guest round is Disney villains. Disney villains. It is multiple choice. Don't worry if you don't know anything about Disney or the Disney villains. You can have the option of A, B, C, or D, and it's always good. Each team has a Joker card which they may play for 1 round and 1 round only. If you choose to play your Joker card, you'll receive double points for every correct answer you put down in that round. Now, obviously, you have to choose this before we do the marking, but you will get double points for everything correct in that round. Choose it before we mark. So without further ado, we shall begin with round 1, and round 1 is food and drink. So eyes down, pens at the ready. Food and drink, number 1. Which foul-mouthed chef hosted the Kitchen Nightmares series? Which foul-mouthed chef hosted the Kitchen Nightmares series? Number 2. Which bread ingredient causes it to rise? Which bread ingredient causes it to rise? Number 3, Aduki, A-D-U-K-I, Aduki, Borlotti, and Cannellini are all types of what? Aduki, Belotti, and cannellini are types of what? Here we go. Petrol station Prosecco is not the one. Number 4. What is the most expensive spice in the world by weight? What is the most expensive spice in the world by weight? My mic is very quiet this evening. Let's see if we can sort this out. Is that a little better? Is that too loud? Someone's been faffing around with this. I'm going to blame my housemate Sean. You're a little tinker. Let's have a look, see what we can do here. Is this meant to be this way around? It's meant to be that way around, and it's meant to be... Ooh. Is that better? That's better. Zoe A, all good? I hope so. There's a bit of a lag, so we'll wait for a message to come through. Number 5. What spirit is mixed with ginger beer in a Moscow Mule? What spirit is mixed with ginger beer in a Moscow Mule? Number 6. In what decade did the first McDonald's store open? In what decade did the first McDonald's store open? If you haven't seen it, there is a great film about the history of McDonald's. Whether you like the food or not, it is a fantastic film. It has Michael Keaton as Ray Kroc, the bungler, who the CEO of McDonald's, essentially, or was. Great film, absolutely amazing. It's also got Ron Swanson in it from Parks and Rec as one of the McDonald brothers. Number 7. What are the real names of the hairy bikers? I only want the first names. We're not going to bog ourselves down with their surnames. What are the first names of the hairy bikers? Number 8. Which pungent plant has its own festival held on the Isle of Wight every year? Maybe not this year, for obvious reasons. Which pungent plant has its own festival held on the Isle of Wight every year? Number 9. How many calories does a glass of water contain? How many calories does a regular plain old glass of tap contain? The water in my joker don't taste like what it ought to. And lastly, number 10. Grenadine is made from which fruit? Grenadine is made from which fruit? Okay, so just going to do some repeats now. I'm going to go through the whole set of questions again. If you needed any repeats, do listen out for your number or numbers. So, number 1, which foul-mouthed chef hosted the Kitchen Nightmares series? Number 2, which bread ingredient causes it to rise? Number 3, aduki, belotti, and cannellini are types of what? Number 4, what is the most expensive spice in the world by weight? Number 5, what spirit is mixed with ginger beer in a Moscow Mule? Number 6, what decade did the first McDonald's store open? Number 7, what are the real first names of the hairy bikers? Number 8, which pungent plant has its own festival held on the Isle of Wight every year? Number 9, how many calories does a glass of water contain? And lastly, number 10, grenadine is made from which fruit? Okay, so before we go on to round 2, we're going to do a little drinky. And I'm going to say good evening to you all. So for those who have messaged so far, hello to the London branch of the Peacocks at the ready. Hello. Hello, Bob and Claire. Adam Brown, evening. Are you on your own or are you with a group? We don't know. Tell us. Debs is here. Debs CS. Hello, Zoe. Your mic is very quiet. I know. We've sorted that out. And hello from Esme and James. Hello, an evening, and every evening to a good evening. Sorry to everyone else who's playing, but is a bit shy on the old comment section. So we're now moving on to round 2. Round 2 is the guest round this week, and this week's guest round is Disney villains. So as I said at the beginning of the quiz, the answers will be multiple choice format. If you're too lazy to write down the full word, you may put the letter A, B, C, or D down as your answer. So eyes down, pens at ready, guest round, Disney villains, number 1. What kind of food does the evil witch offer Snow White? Is it A, a piece of cake, B, a cookie, C, an apple, or D, an orange? What kind of food does the evil witch offer Snow White? Is it A, a piece of cake, B, a cookie, C, an apple, or D, an orange? Nice one, Adam. A group of me and the missus. She may or may not be answering most of the questions. That's a bit of a free-for-all. It's like when weathermen say it's a 50% chance of rain today. That means they don't know whether it's going to rain or not. Number 2, Ursula from The Little Mermaid changes into a woman to fool the prince. What is her name as a woman? Is it A, Susan, B, Vanessa, C, Brenda, or D, Tabitha? Ursula changes into a woman to fool the Prince Eric. But what is her name when she changes into a woman? Is it A, Susan, B, Vanessa, C, Brenda, or D, Tabitha? Number 3, which Disney film introduces the villain Mother Gothel, or Gothel, Gothel? Is it A, The Frog Prince, B, Cinderella, C, Tangled, or D, Brave? Which Disney film introduces the villain Mother Gothel, or Gothel? Is it A, The Frog Prince, B, Cinderella, C, Tangled, or D, Brave? Number 4. In the Disney movie Hercules, what colour is the villain Hades? Is he A, purple, B, orange, C, blue, or D, yellow? In the Disney movie Hercules, what colour is the villain Hades? Is it A, purple, B, orange, C, blue, or D, yellow? Number 5. What kinds of animals are the villains Ed and Shenzi? What kinds of animals are the villains Ed and Shenzi? Is it A, crocodiles, B, hyenas, C, rats, or D, vultures? What kinds of animals are the villains Ed and Shenzi? Is it A, crocodiles, B, hyenas, C, rats, or D, vultures? Number 6. What colour is Mr. Smee's hat? I wouldn't have said Smee is a proper villain. I'd say Captain Hook is the real villain here. And Smee was just a lovely little old man who lost his way. Well, what colour is Mr. Smee's hat? Is it A, red, B, green, C, blue, or D, pink? What colour is Mr. Smee's hat? Is it A, red, B, green, C, blue, D, pink? Number 7. Which Disney villain is hunting for a giant gem? Is it A, Madame Medusa, B, Drusilla Tremaine, C, Claude Frollo, or D, Shere Khan? Which Disney villain is hunting for a giant gem? Is it A, Madame Medusa, B, Drusilla Tremaine, C, Claude Frollo, or D, Shere Khan? I wanna be a man called. That's not a clue, by the way. Just reminded me of. Number 8. Who killed Quasimodo's mother? Was it A, Jafar, B, Claude Frollo, C, Iago, or D, Dr. Facilier? Who killed Quasimodo's mother? Was it A, Jafar, B, Claude Frollo, C, Iago, or D, Dr. Facilier? Number 9. What game does the Queen of Hearts like to play? Is it A, badminton? Is it B, checkers? C, croquet? Or D, darts? What game does the Queen of Hearts like to play? Is it A, shuttlecock, B, drafts, C, croquet, or D, arrows? And lastly, but not leastly, number 10. What kind of animal does Governor Ratcliffe have for a pet? Governor Ratcliffe from Pocahontas. Is it A, a snake, B, an eagle, C, a dog, or D, a ferret? What kind of animal does Governor Ratcliffe from Pocahontas have as a pet? Is it A, a snake, B, an eagle, C, a dog, or D, a ferret? Right, so I'm going to go through the repeats very quickly. Listen out for your number. Number 1, what kind of food does the evil witch offer Snow White? A, a piece of cake, B, a cookie, C, an apple, or D, an orange? Number 2, Ursula changes into a woman to fool the prince, Prince Eric, but what is her name in human form? Is it A, Susan, B, Vanessa, C, Brenda, D, Tabitha? Number 3, which Disney film introduces the villain Mother Gothel? Is it A, the Frog Prince, B, Cinderella, C, Tangled, or D, Brave? Number 4, in the Disney movie Hercules, what colour is the villain Hades? Is it A, purple, B, orange, C, blue, or D, yellow? Number 5, what kinds of animals are the villains Ed and Shenzi? Is it A, crocodiles, B, hyenas, C, rats, or D, vultures? Number 6, what colour is Mr. Smee's hat? Is it A, red, B, green, C, blue, D, pink? Number 7, which Disney villain is hunting for a giant gem? Is it A, Madame Medusa, B, Drusilla Tremaine, C, Claude Frollo, or D, Shere Khan? Number 8, who killed Quasimodo's mother? Is it A, Jafar, B, Claude Frollo, C, Iago, or D, Dr. Facilier? Number 9, what game does the Queen of Hearts like to play? Is it A, badminton, B, checkers, C, croquet, or D, darts? And lastly, number 10, what kind of animal does Governor Ratcliffe have for a pet? Is it A, snake, B, eagle, C, dog, or D, ferret? Okay, so that was quite an intense round. So I think we're going to have a little drink. Raise a glass. There we go. Oh, a little shout out to Nick there as well. Nick and Coral on the boat. And what's Twister got to do with anything across the ocean film? Madman. Okay, so we're now on to round 3, the final round, before we go on a lovely break. And round 3 is, of course, entertainment. So eyes down, pens at the ready, my freaky darlings. Entertainment number 1. Who is the first singer to have 3 consecutive releases reach number 1 in the UK? Who was the first singer to have 3 consecutive releases reach number 1 in the UK? I tried to give myself the pompadour hairdo, but it really worked. What can you do? I'm not going to wait and queue up outside a hairdresser's. Number 2, who presented Big Brother on Channel 4? Who was the presenter of Channel 4's Big Brother? From its inception back in late 90s, I think I was in year 8. So somewhere between year 7 and year 8, I remember. Because mate of mine, Sharif Abdelmagd, was ecstatic that you could watch people go to the toilet live on television. Number 3, which big budget update of the War of the Worlds won an Academy Award in 1996 for visual effects? Which big budget update or take on the War of the Worlds won an Academy Award in 1996 for visual effects? It wasn't a remake of War of the Worlds. It was a, wouldn't say adaptation, but sort of loosely based, I suppose, on War of the Worlds. Number 4. Who is the singer Graham McPherson better known as? Who is the singer Graham McPherson better known as? You get this question wrong and I'll smash your face in. Number 5. Who played Willy Wonka in the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Who played Willy Wonka in the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3. Come with me and we'll be in a world of pure imagination. Number 6. Which 1967 movie featured a character by the name of Benjamin Braddock? Which 1967 movie features a character by the name of Benjamin Braddock? Number 7. Who played Ma Larkin in the popular TV show The Darling Buds of May? Oh. Who played Ma Larkin in the very popular TV show of the 90s, The Darling Buds of May? 80s, 90s? Early 90s. That's where Catherine Zeta-Jones made her name. Number 8. Which cartoon character's human companion is called Shaggy? It wasn't me. Which cartoon character's human companion is called Shaggy? Mr. Lava Lava. Number 9. What is the name of the cow in the Magic Roundabout? What is the name of the cow in the Magic Roundabout? And lastly, number 10. What is the name of Ned Flanders' late wife in The Simpsons? What is the name of Ned Flanders' late wife in The Simpsons? I shall not accept Mrs. Flanders. Okay, so going through some repeats now, so listen out for your number eagerly. Number 1, who was the first singer to have 3 consecutive releases reach number 1 in the UK? Number 2, who presented Big Brother on Channel 4? Number 3, which big budget update of War of the Worlds won an Academy Award in 1996 for visual effects? Number 4, who is the singer Graham McPherson, better known as? Number 5, who played Willy Wonka in the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Number 6, which 1967 movie features a character by the name of Benjamin Braddock? Number 7, who played Ma Larkin in the popular TV show The Darling Buds of May? Number 8, which cartoon character's human companion is called Shaggy? Number 9, what is the name of the cow in the Magic Roundabout? And lastly, number 10. What is the name of Ned Flanders' late wife in The Simpsons? Okay, so before we go and do some marking. Oh, I've run out. Oh dear. Have a drink. So, if you think you played particularly well in one of the first 3 rounds and wish to play your Joker card on one of those rounds for double points, you may do so by placing the letter J in the box next to the round title. However, if you think you'd fare better after the break, you may save your Joker card for later on for use on either Science and Nature, music intros, or general knowledge. But choose now and choose wisely, as we are about to swap sheets if you've got more than one person in your house, or you can mark your own. It's entirely up to you. I'll give you a few moments to sort that out. Okay, so starting with food and drink round 1, the answers. Number 1, which foul-mouthed chef hosted the Kitchen Nightmare series? That was, of course, Gordon Ramsay. Yes. Number 2, which bread ingredient causes it to rise? That is yeast. Number 3, aduki, ballotti, and cannellini are types of beans. Number 4, what is the most expensive spice in the world by weight? That is saffron, apparently worth more than its weight in gold. Number 5, what spirit is mixed with ginger beer in a Moscow mule? It's vodka. Number 6, what decade did the first McDonald's store open? It was the 1940s. It was actually 1940, the year to be exact. Number 7, excuse me. What are the real first names of the hairy bikers? That was Dave for half a point and Cy, or Simon, for the other half. Dave and Cy. Number 8, which pungent plant has its own festival held on the Isle of Wight every year as garlic? Number 9, how many calories does a glass of water contain? 0. None. Literally nothing. And lastly, number 10, grenadine is made from pomegranate. Ooh. Bet some of you didn't know that one. On to round 2, guess round Disney. Number 1, what kind of food does the evil witch offer Snow White? That was C, an apple. Number 2, Ursula changes into a woman, but what is her human name? It was B, Vanessa. Number 3, which Disney film introduces the villain Mother Gothel or Gothel? That was C, Tangled. Definitely way better than Frozen. Tangled is such a better movie. Number 4, in the Disney movie Hercules, what colour is the evil villain Hades of the Lord of the Underworld? He is blue. C, light blue. Number 5, what kinds of animals are the villains Ed and Shenzi? B, hyenas. 2 of the hyenas out of the 3 from, obviously, The Lion King. Number 6, what colour is Mr. Smee's hat? Is A, red. Number 7, which Disney villain is hunting for a giant gem? It's Madame Medusa. Madame Medusa from The Rescuers. 2 Little Mice. So I haven't actually watched that film. Must give it a go sometime. Number 8, who killed Quasimodo's mother? That was B, Claude Frollo. Number 9, what game does the Queen of Hearts like to play? She likes to play C, croquet. And lastly, number 10, what kind of animal does Grosvenor Ratcliffe have for a pet in Pocahontas? C, a dog. On to round 3, entertainment number 1. Who was the first singer to have 3 consecutive releases? Reached number 1 in the UK. That was Elvis Presley. Boom. Number 2, who presented Big Brother on Channel 4? That was, of course, Davina McCall. Do not say fat or bagger. Number 3, which big budget update of War of the Worlds won an Academy Award in '96 for visual effects? It was Independence Day. Number 4, who is the singer Graham McPherson, better known as? It is Suggs, of course. Good morning, miss. Can I help you, son? Number 5, who played Willy Wonka in the 1971 film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factoire? That was Gene Wilder. Number 6, which 1967 movie features a character by the name of Benjamin Braddock? That was The Graduate. The Graduate. So here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Number 7, who played Marlarkin in the popular TV show The Darling Buds of May? That was Pam Ferris, of course. Many of you might know her from as Miss Trunchbull from Matilda, or one half of Rosemary and Thyme, the crime-solving gardeners. Number 8, which cartoon character's human companion is called Shaggy? That's the worst Scooby-Doo impression ever. Scooby-Doo! Scooby-Doo, of course. Number 9, what is the name of the cow in the Magic Roundabout? Ermintrude! Ermintrude the cow, always chewing on a daisy. And lastly, number 10, what is the name of Ned Flanders' late wife in The Simpsons? It's Maude. M-A-U-D-E. Maude. Maude Simpson. Maude Flanders, even. Ooh. Okay, so before we go, if you still got some drink left, do give it a go. Do give it a go. Have some drinks. Put all your scores and whether you've played a Joker or not in the comments, and we'll come back to those very shortly. Go out for a cigarette if you smoke. Use a lavatory if you have one in your house and need to use it. And go and refill those glasses. And I'll be back in around 10 minutes. So see you at about 9:15. Goodbye. Hello, darlings. Welcome back to the second half of Danger Dame's Big Bastard Quiz number 10. So, before we go into the second half, let's have a look at some of the scores here. Oh, Paula did well. I didn't see your thing from earlier. Let me go and do those again from round 2, 7 and 8. So 7 was... Oh, no, wrong one. Number 7 was A, Madame Medusa. And number 8 was B, Claude Frollo. Hope that helps. So, where else have we got here? So, let's have a look on the screen. Okay, Llama's got 36, including Joker. Well done, guys. Nick and Coral on the boat, 34.5 with Joker played as well. Very well done. As we round 19, no Joker, still loads to play for. Still got another 30 questions and the Joker you can play later on. 36, including Joker to Zoe and her team. Very well done. Peacocks, 25 and no Joker. Very well done indeed. You only got 5 wrong out of those whole 30, so very well done indeed. Demo 28 with Joker played. Very good, very good. Adam Brown. Don't know what the letters were for 7 and 8 on round 3. On round 3. Okay, let's have a look on round 3. The letters, I don't remember being letters. 7 and 8 on round 3 on entertainment was Pam Ferris and Scooby-Doo with the answers. Where else? Peacock's 25 done that. Okay, so with the Joker, 31 with the Joker from Gone with the Wind. Can we call the team that Gone with the Wind? Of course you can, Richard. That's your team name, Gone with the Wind. Of course you can call the team that. Don't be so silly. So silly, my darling. Ken Bird, Ken and Jan, 26. And Joker played. Very well done. Adam Brown. Yeah, we've gone over those questions. Okay, Bob, 32 with the Joker. The ones we got right were very right indeed. Okay. I see what you mean. Paula did well. Thank you, Deborah. Just need question 7 out. I did say it. Can you just confirm that you heard me, Paula? David Tillier, Team Rub My Magic Lamp, 38 with the Joker. Very well done. Bob, how many you got? Actually, 33. Well done. Paula did well. Is that good? Are we good? Are we ready to go? Say yeah. Type in yeah. Paula. Paula did well. Say yes. Right, we'll move on anyway. So, before we do, I think we're going to have a little... There we go. And I'm going to start with round 4. Of course, round 4 is Science and Nature. SNN, Science and Nature. So, eyes down, pens eagerly hovering above your quiz sheets in anticipation. Science and Nature, of the win. What metal are light bulb filaments made from? What metal are light bulb filaments made from? So horrible. Don't know why I'm drinking it still. It's got to be boozy. I can't just drink water like a square. Number 2. What material was invented by Belgian-born US chemist Leo Baekeland in 1905? What material was invented by Belgian-born US chemist Leo Baekeland in 1905? Number 3. What is the largest species of deer? What is the largest species of deer? I think my housemate may have got that one right, unless he was just clapping for another reason. Number 4. What was the main competitor to VHS or Verse video? What was the main competitor to VHS video? Surprised I needed to have 2. Who remembers laser discs? I'd love to get my hands on some. If anyone's got any laser discs, do send them in to Danger Dave's Big Bastard Quiz, PO Box 456, London W12 4LQ. Number 5. What type of hook and eye fastening was invented by Swiss engineer Georges de Mestral in 1948 and introduced commercially in 1958? What type of hook and eye fastening was invented by Swiss engineer Georges de Mestral in 1948 and introduced commercially 10 years later? Hugely expensive it was. Proper rip-off. I don't care. Number 6. What non-working stingless bee mates with the queen? What non-working stingless bee mates with the queen? Prince Philip, the non-working racist old man, mates with the queen. Probably don't even do that anymore. Isn't he like cryogenically frozen? They've only just got like a mannequin out of him or some robot. He died years ago. I don't know. Number 7. Which German chemist won the Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 1944 for discovering nuclear fission? Which German chemist won the Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 1944 for discovering nuclear fission? Number 8. Which metal has the chemical symbol SN or SN? Which metal has the chemical symbol SN? SN. Number 9. What is the most common UK bird? What is the most common UK bird? Tracy after 8 WKDs down Prince Wales, stumbling out of Mersey. And lastly, number 10. Which metal is used to galvanize steel? Which metal is used to galvanize steel? Dun, 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 dun. Sean, stop raising your voice, please. I can hear you in here. Right, we should go through some repeats. So listen out for your number if you need one. Number 1, what metal are light bulb filaments made from? Number 2, what material was invented by Belgian-born US chemist Leo Baekeland in 1905? Number 3, what is the largest species of deer? Number 4, what is the main competitor to VHS video? Number 5, what type of hook and eye fastening was invented by Swiss engineer Georges de Mestral in 1948 and introduced commercially 10 years later? Number 6, what non-working stingless bee mates with the queen? Number 7, which German chemist won the Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 1944 for discovering nuclear fission? Number 8, which metal has the chemical symbol SN? Number 9, what is the most common UK bird? And lastly, number 10, which metal is used to galvanize steel? Fun fact for you guys. I say fact, more of a usage. Not only do you get enormously entertained and drunk by tuning into these quizzes every week, you also come away with a fountain of knowledge, things you may have not known before, You can always tail down, now the pubs are open, to your mate down the pub. Like, did you know that the name of Ned Flanders' wife in The Simpsons was Maud? No, neither did I until I watched Danger Dave's quiz on YouTube, and soon to be back in the pubs on Sunday nights at the Reindeer on Durham Road. Right, so on to the music intros round. So, if you haven't played the quiz before, I think most of you have, but I'm going to run through it anyway just in case you've forgotten. Music intros round. I have 10 songs in a playlist. I will go through the playlist once with pauses in between each song so you have time to think and write down. I'll then go through the playlist a second time. This time with no pauses, this time just to give you a recap, a repeat of any you may have missed, so listen carefully. Remember, I need the name of the song and the artist. Name of the song and the artist. You'll get half a point for the song name, half a point for the artist. Now, this week's playlist is a bit of a mixed bag. Some you might know, some you might not. It's all random. Point the quiz. I will be putting on the other microphone, the one attached, the internal mic for one of the computers I'm using to broadcast. So my voice might be a little bit delayed or echoey, but at least you'll be able to hear the sound better, the music better. So eyes down, pens ready, ears open. Music intros number 1.
Sitting on the park bench, my little girls with bad hands.
Name of the song and the artist, please. Ding, 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 ding. Number 2. Oh, that was late 80s, I believe. I remember it being at my 2nd or 3rd birthday in the garden. One of Dad's songs that he put in for the big family things we had down in Crope Hall. In a big garden there. Number 3. No more of that. No, number 4.
Well, no one told me about her, the way she lied.
Number 5. Kiss the Sky or Kiss This Guy? Who knows? Number 6. Do not adjust your sound. This is the intro. You introduced me. Ding, 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 ding. Hello. Can you hear me? Number 7.
Hello, can you hear me? Am I getting through to you? Hello, is it late there? Is the laughter on the line?
Oh, what a song. Again, late 90s. Ooh. Ooh. Hello. Can you hear me? I'm getting through to you. Hello. Number 8.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile.
Number 9.
I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me.
Once I had a girl, or should I say, one she had me. Something like that. Hiya, Rachel! Rachel Bloomfield from Bloomfield. Hiya, love. And lastly, number 10. If I do play a song and there's more than one version of it, I obviously do just want the version or the artist of the song that I'm playing to you. If you say, do you want the original artist? Well, no, I don't, because that isn't by them, this song that I'm playing. So, think on. Number 10.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
Bottoms up. So, we're going to go through the playlist once more, this time with no pauses. This time just to give you a recap, a repeat of any you may have missed, so listen carefully. Remember, I do need the name of the song and the artist. Half a point for song name, half a point for artist. Listen carefully. Number 1.
Sitting on the park bench, I little girls with bad hands.
2.
I was sold out. I was sold out the river.
3.
way she lied.
5.
Hello, can you hear me? Am I getting through to you? Hello.
8.
Long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile.
9.
I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room.
Oh, you bastard. And for number 10, just to clarify, you can have either I want the main one, ideally, but if you just know the featured artist in this track, you can put that down.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
Okay. Right, guys, so that was round 5, which means we're now on to round 6, which unfortunately is the final round this evening. Oh, yeah, but fear not, we still have 10 questions left for you, and they are all on general knowledge. So eyes down, pens at the ready for the final time this evening. General knowledge, number 1. Who said 'tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all? Who said 'tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all? Number 2, driving test, beep beep. The M5 starts in Birmingham, but where does it end up? The M5 starts in Birmingham, but where does it end? Number 3. The yeomen of the guard are known by what other name? The yeomen of the guard are known by what other name? Met one once, his name was David. Same as me. Big bushy beard he had. It's great. Number 4. How many records is a castaway allowed on desert island discs? How many records is a castaway allowed on desert island discs? Number 5. In which year did the Berlin Wall topple? In which year did the Berlin Wall fall? There's a McDonald's on Checkpoint Charlie. Wonder if they've got Alpha and Bravo as well. Checkpoint Alpha, Checkpoint Bravo, Checkpoint Charlie, Checkpoint Delta. Who knows? Who bloody knows? Who bloody cares? Number 6. Which former Miss Texas appeared nude on stage as Mrs. Robinson in 2000? Which former Miss Texas appeared nude on stage as Mrs. Robinson in the year 2000? So here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Something about Joe DiMaggio. Did he play baseball? Number 7. Which Scandinavian country extends the furthest north? Which Scandinavian country extends the furthest north? Number 8. How many contestants start a game of The Weakest Link? How many contestants start a game of The Weakest Link? Goodbye. What's happened to Anne Robinson now? I can't do Anne Robinson. Sounded more like Partridge. Christ. Why do I keep drinking it? Number 9. The Sun printed its first page 3 girl in which year? The Sun printed its first page 3 girl in which year? The Sun, the chauvinist's dream. Spouting bile ever since its inception. And lastly, number 10. Where would you find the Spanish Steps? Where would you find the Spanish Steps? In Sevilla. Probably not. Maybe. Don't know. You tell me. So, going to go through the repeats real quick. Listen out for your number. Number 1. Who said 'tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all? Number 2. The M5 starts in Birmingham, but where does it end up? Number 3. The Yeomen of the Guard are known by what other name? Number 4. How many records is a castaway allowed on Desert Island discs? Number 5. Which year did the Berlin Wall fall? Number 6. Which former Miss Texas appeared nude on stage as Mrs. Robinson in 2000? Number 7. Which Scandinavian country extends the furthest north? Number 8. How many contestants start a game of The Weakest Link? Number 9. The Sun printed its first page 3 girl in which year? And last, number 10. Where would you find the Spanish Steps? Now, because I forgot to change the battery in my camera at the halftime break like an absolute idiot, fortunately you can still hear me. If you hear some rustling around, that's just me changing the battery. But it has come at the perfect time because that is the end of the quiz. But we are yet to go through the answers for the second half of tonight's quiz. So, go through, have a check. I'll be with you back in a second with a visual representation of myself in the form of me. Shortly, just changing a battery. bloody Sims music. I'm sure you must be sick of that now. Any suggestions to what music I should change it to? Do pop your answers on a postcard. Right, so we will go through the answers. So if you haven't yet played your Joker card in the first half, this is your final chance to do so before we go through. So I'll give you a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Right, so starting with science and nature. Number 1, what metal are light bulb filaments made from? Tungsten. Tungsten. Number 2, what material was invented by Belgian-born US chemist Leo Baekeland in 1905? It was Bakelite. Now, weird plasticky things that GPO telephones were made of, amongst other things. I think vinyl was at one point as well, but it kept breaking. Number 3, what is the largest species of deer? Is a moose. Moose are huge beasts. Number 4, what was the main competitor of VHS? It was Betamax. Betamax video. Number 5, what type of hook and eye fastening was invented by Swiss engineer Georges de Mestral? That was Velcro. Number 6, what non-working stingless bee mates with a queen? A drone. Actually, Prince Philip does drone on a bit. Number 7, which German chemist won the Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 1944 after discovering nuclear fission? It was Otto Hahn. Otto Hahn. Number 8, which metal has the chemical symbol SN? It's tin. Tin. Number 9, what is the most common UK bird? The blue tit. And lastly, number 10, which metal is used to galvanize steel? That is zinc. Z-I-N-C, zinc. On to the music intros. Remember, you get half a point for the correct song name, half a point for the correct artist. Number 1 is Aqualung by Jethro Tull. Number 2, A New Flame by Simply Red. Number 3, Green Onions by Booker T and the MGs. Number 4, She's Not There by The Zombies. Number 5, Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix. Number 6, Sweet Leaf by Black Sabbath. Number 7, Kiss the Rain by Billy Myers. Hello. Number 8, American Pie by Don McLean. Number 9, Norwegian Wood, or The Bird Has Flown, by The Beatles. And lastly, number 10, Mad World, featuring Michael Andrews, by Gary Jules. Now, I'll let you decide how you mark that last one. On to general knowledge, number 1. Who said 'tis better who loved and lost, etc.? That was Alfred Lord Tennyson. Alfred Lord Tennyson. Number 2, the M5 starts in Birmingham and ends up in Exeter. Number 3, the yeomen of the guard are known as beefeaters. Number 4, how many records is a castaway allowed on desert island discs? It's 8. If you got 6 or 7 or 9, you're wrong. You get nothing. Number 5, the year the Berlin Wall came down was 1989. Number 6, which former Miss Texas appeared nude on stage as Mrs. Robinson in 2000? It was Jerry Hall. Jerry Hall. Didn't she play the Joker's missus in the Tim Burton Batman with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson? Number 7, which Scandinavian country extends the furthest north? It's Norway. It's Norway, you get into the top. Number 8, how many contestants start a game of The Weakest Link? There's 9. 9 contestants make up at the beginning of The Weakest Link, and then they're voted out. Number 9, when did The Sun print its first page 3 girl? That was in 1970. And lastly, number 10, where would you find the Spanish Steps? That'd be Rome. Rome. When in Rome, climb some Spanish Steps. Why not? Okay, so add up your scores. Obviously, you all should have used your Joker card by now, so no need to put Joker used. Whack your scores in. Refill your drinks and stuff as well before we go. There's some news I'd like you to hear at the end. So yeah, do add up your scores. If you are swapping over your sheets, obviously swap back with your final scores in the top right-hand corner or wherever you want to put it. Once you've done that, we shall go put them in the comments so we can see what you've got. Are we still here? Okay, so llamas, what have you got? It's got LLAN coming through from Den. Dom J's got 55 with I started so I'll finish. Devs with 39.5, very well done. Peacock's got 50 with the Joker. Obviously, you played your Joker. Terrible second half for us. Oh dear, what let you down, Steve and co? Was it the music wound? I hope it wasn't, and I don't think it was because you are a musician after all, and got excellent taste in music. But 50 is very well good. Nick and Coral on the boat, 46.5 here, very well done. Zoe, 51, smashed the first 3 rounds, but not so good in the second half. Thank you very much for joining. Everyone's amazing. Bob, you got 54, very well done, very good indeed. Richard, you got 51.5 with Gone with the Wind. Excellent, excellent. So which... out of interest, which round let people down the most? It's usually, for most quizzes, is the music round because I have an excellent taste in music and people usually tend to not to. So you need to educate yourselves more on some good music. Paula, you and Neil got beat Adam and Katie, and you got by 30 points or you got 30 points. Either way, very well done. Lama's got 58. Awesome, awesome news. Any more to come in? Any more? Okay, so there's no... Oh, 36, very poor. Esme, not too bad, not too bad. Some weeks you might know all the questions or all the answers. Some weeks you might not. It's the way it rolls. Keep playing every week and they might fall in your favour. You never know. That's why you should play every week. So before we go, guys, first of all, I'd like to say thank you very much for joining me again today. Some of you may have heard, certainly if you were tuning in last week, that I shall be starting the live in the flesh quizzes very, very soon. They will be temporarily on a Sunday at the Reindeer. Reindeer is on a Monday night usually, but because they're only opening on a 4 days a week, Thursday to Sunday, we thought we'd do it on there until the other pubs. For example, the Golden Star, well, I usually do it on a Sunday. They can't possibly have the capacity with the 1 metre rule at the moment. But once it's all cleared and ready to go, before the second wave hits and the new bubonic plague that we're getting soon, yay! There will be a small period where I'll be back in most of the pubs, I'm sure. But what I did want to say to you is if you did want to come down this Sunday, if you felt safe to do so, if you're comfortable with doing that and you are obviously wearing PPE and practicing good social distancing, then do come down. You must book in advance. Must book in advance. First come, first serve, of course. You've all got a pen and paper with you, I hope. To book for this Sunday, starting at 8 o'clock, I recommend getting there an hour beforehand just to get settled. Anyone arriving sort of quarter to 8 will be turned away. I think maybe. I don't know how they're working it there. But get your pen and paper ready and take down this number. It is 07534 944 242. That's 07534 944 242. you'll get through to Lou, who is the lovely, wonderful, wonderful landlord of the reindeer, and she will take your booking and obviously tell her all your information and how many people are coming with, etc. The other great thing about Sunday, the new quiz, it will temporarily be pay what you can. So I won't be asking for £1 per player. I'll be asking for pay what you can. Some people, like myself, haven't been furloughed over the lockdown period. Others may have got lots and lots of money and therefore can afford a little bit more. So pay it forward, and yes, we'll do it that way. It will be a £100 jackpot as well. So we obviously want to get in on some of that action. So do come down. It will revert to the old way. Hopefully my inks haven't dried up in these last 3 months, and there should be a pitch around as well. And obviously the gamble questions will be back for you to either take the tab or win that lovely £100 jackpot. So, once again, thank you so much, guys. Do go and give the Facebook and Instagram pages a like. It's Danger Dave's Quiz Nights. Search them up. You'll see my horrible little face on there somewhere, and you'll know it's me. Do give them a like and keep up to date with any other news regarding live in the flesh quizzes. And for the online ones will continue to go until the full pubs are open, etc. So, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Do post or message your suggestions for next week's guest round. I was a bit slack this week with putting up the event on Facebook, but hopefully next week I'll be more on the ball. So, I shall be putting up a post very shortly saying what you would like for next week's guest round. Nothing's too niche, nothing too silly or boring. We want everyone to have fun, but also we want you to get some questions as well in your specialist subject. So once again, guys, thank you very much. Have a fantastic evening and hopefully see some of you